Hello, everyone. Elvian here. We're back with Hunter x Hunter Volume 34. Yeah, we're going straight on ahead. Lightning speed. Uh, Want to get catched up for the big return. Um, I want to be a part of the weekly release. Um, Although, I mean, technically you could say, oh, hell, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you trying to catch up with One Piece as fast as possible, so that you can be a part of it weekly? Well, One Piece has always been serialized regularly, so it's not quite an event, really. But when Hunter x Hunter is serializing, that's big shit, man. That's big news. Big news. Also, Hunter x Hunter is better than One Piece. You thought about that? Okay. So I was wondering how the arc would set up Chrollo versus Hisoka, because like we're in the middle of this secession war, or like the lead up to the secession war. So it felt like weird how they'd do this, but no, we just cut, we just straight cut to Heaven's Arena where they're fighting. So it's like, okay, that's a bit off kilter. It does kind of reminds me of the Phantom Trope's involvement in the Chimera Ant arc, where it was quite isolated from the rest of the series, or from the rest of the arc. But this is even more isolated, if at first glance, at least with my knowledge, right, of how things are going on right now. But at least the Phantom Trope's involvement in the Chimera Ant arc, they were still fighting Chimera Ants, you know? So there's still like a connection there, even though the ants they were fighting weren't like very relevant to like the main story, you know? Like they were like relatively weaker ants that only fought them because they invaded Meteor City, right? Um but this is like just no connection that I can surmise, at least, with the Session War or Dark Continent. So it does feel weird that Gash places here, especially since this is a fight, like most anticipated fight of the series. Really, like Hisoka has been wanting to fight Chrollo for like what I want to say since we first learned that he wanted to fight Chrollo, since like around Heaven's Ring, maybe. At least, at the very least, we know it in York knew. I don't know if he mentions it in Heaven's Arena, but yeah, that's still like um 18, at least like 20, maybe like 20ish volumes ago, you know, or probably over, yeah, over 20 volumes ago. So like over half the series, really. But see that there is history to this. It just feels weird to go into this without a bit more lead up. Like there's, you know, hype for the fight itself. It just feels like it just feels weird to have this be the situation, you know, where Crow's like, I'm tired of dodging you. I'll fight you right now here in Heaven's Arena. So okay, I guess we're doing this. Uh and it was a bit of justification because yeah, after Chrollo regained his Nen, he did a bit more dodging Hisoka around to gather like more abilities, I guess. And then like over half this volume is the fight. And it is a good fight. Um, I will. You have to give the series credit. Look at some of the stuff is crazy, man. But honestly it's not really cracking my top Hunter x Hunter fights. Um, it feels way too focused on the technical aspects and strategy stuff, which is all great, like all the techniques and stuff, how they interact. Um, but I feel like it's a bit weaker on like showing like character character development, building on themes, or like just generally like giving. It just feels more spectacle than like actually having a substance as like an actual fight. Like it's so or not so Netero versus Meruem. Now that's a fight with subs. That's a fight with ideology and uh, great character building and development. Um, and it's really anything you might need or might want, and also tactics. You can do both. You can have tactics and uh, good character writing and stuff. But I just feel like this lean more into uh a tactic side, which is something I'm not as interested. Well, at least not as interested in talking about really for the sake of my reviews. If you ever watched my JoJo videos, this happens a lot. I I always praise the battle tactics that you see in JoJo's, but I find myself struggling to get attached to a lot of the characters and understanding like, okay, well, what's happening here? Like, what's the story trying to say? Um, not to say that there's like nothing. It'd be due. I feel like Hisoka himself, post this fight, definitely has changed. He's like now that he's fought Chrollo, he loses. Hisoka loses. It was supposed to be a battle to the death, but he kind of well, not faked his own death. He used. He somehow managed to get his his Nengum to after his death, because Nen can enhance after death and do some stuff. To like resuscitate him, pump his heart, his lungs to revive himself, and it goddamn worked. And now he wants to kill the spiders. So I guess he's like he's team Kurapika now. Uh, oh yeah, let's kill the spiders. That's great. Although Kurapika is over the spiders right now, right? Like he gained all the information he could want from the spiders now. Although I guess he still would love to kill them. So I guess we're glad that he's glad that he would be glad that to know that Hisoka is cutting him down. Uh, but I'm like, okay. He's just hunting the spiders again, or again, not again. It does feel a weird, or interesting direction, I guess, that Hisoka would go into. You know, I guess since it, I guess it wouldn't have much to do with the Dark Continent. I do. I don't know. I feel like it would be better if Hisoka went to the Dark Continent. That's where we're all going. So I assume we'll see him eventually there. but I don't know. Well, it depends on if the spiders go there. Yeah, he's killed two already. Was it Shalnark and Cortopi? I was spoiled in Cortopi's death. I did not think it would be like this. I did not know that Hisoka was the one that killed Cortopi. Yeah, I wonder if we'll see much more Hisoka after this. Because right now he just seems disconnected. He's already was disconnected from the uh session arc. So having him, even just having this fight, feels like more screen time than he necessarily deserved. Like, and he was struggling for screen time in the Chimera arc too. So it's like, okay, well, uh, we have this popular villain and he hasn't had much to do. So I guess maybe Takashi felt like Hisoka was going without risk of becoming too irrelevant if he hadn't if he wasn't doing anything, you know. Uh, Maybe he just got tired of having Hisoka hunt down Chrollo. Decide, okay, we'll end this. Uh, okay, well, I guess that part of the story's over. I do also wonder what Chrollo's going to do now, since a lot of the story was him trying to get his Nen back. I guess he doesn't have a goal really, just steal and plunder and stuff as as part of the Phantom trope. So I don't know. Maybe they'll head for the um, Dark Continents. That would be cool. I can say some stuff about the battle stuff. I mean, we just need a bit more out of their abilities. It looks like Hisoka can like change shape of stuff, which is cool. It was cool to see him use like bodies as like a hammer. That was cool. I was kind of a bit disappointed that we didn't see a bit more out of Chrollo's abilities. Like he's bound to have like dozens and dozens of abilities, but he mostly stuck to gallery fake, order stamp, and like maybe like a few more. And he was focused on getting the audience to attack Hisoka, and like sure it worked out good for him, but I feel like there's still a lot more to start to Hisoka or to Chrollo. But we do know that he has gained the ability to bookmark. He can use two abilities at the same time with a bookmark, and it also more importantly allows him to use abilities that require the use of two hands, because otherwise he would have needed one hand on the book. Now he can use an ability that requires two hands, and that's useful. You know, it is useful. Um, yeah. I mean, fairly good art from Takashi here, but nothing like really insane by like his. I feel like a lot of the Chimera stuff. I it's not still for. I don't know. It might be crazy here, but I don't know. Just like it's just like okay. It's a fine fight. Um, I don't know. Maybe there's like an element that I'm not getting at, or that I'm not getting, about this. It just feels like. But okay, if you can find something, tell me please. Or there's an analysis video around somewhere. I'd love to see it. Uh, and yeah, there is. After that we head back to the dark or the Secession War arc, and we're departing with the boat. Was a black whale. the infamous boat that once you get on the story, it never ends. How long has the series been on this boat? Are they still on the boat? I don't know. Uh, it's a very big boat, and shit's already happening on the boat. Like the battle for Session is on its way. Um, and there's like a whole bunch of shit going on, man. Like the guard, Killa's guard, or the guards. Okay, what's her name? What was the name of the queen that Killua is working? Oh, Oito. There we go. Oito. Killua's working, or Kurapika is working for Oito, lowest ranking queen, to guard uh the, the prince, the latest prince, Wobble, and so there are disadvantages there. Um, they're under attack. Like Nen, there's like a bunch of like um Nen beasts going around. Like what the hell is this? It looks like the urn ceremony awakened Nen abilities from the princes, but they're not aware of it. So it's interesting. It's causing a lot of chaos, and also like uh due to like basically poor like planning and stuff, uh the lower levels of the boat where the like commoners, are at, they're like killing each other and thieving and steal in order to try to get, like, was it tickets or whatever to get like higher up on the boat or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the scenario that's happening here. Did you guys notice it's Lum. You're Seyatsura. It's Lum. Aha. I haven't noticed. Okay, well, apparently, I haven't noticed Sailor Moon references in this manga, like just by reading. But I have seen a screenshot of like Alika's toys or something, and there wasn't a Usagi toy, I believe. So it actually does put Sailor Moon references at least sometimes. But yeah, some good stuff going on. Love seeing Kurapika, and yeah. See you guys next time. Bye.